Welcome to another episode of Hello Again Wednesday with Brent Miller. Each Wednesday join in as his special guest. Answer the question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform. On Facebook or his YouTube channel, Brent Miller What's on His Mind.
This week's episode 147. It's too early. Question of the day. Is it too early for Christmas anything, or are you ready now and always?
And now,
all right, it is Hello Again Wednesday, and I might, while I'm talking about this, try and get in one. I probably can't find it. I'll post it in my postings because I forgot to put it on my my little dashboard thing here. Welcome to Hello Again Wednesday, episode number 147. Thank you for joining as you do week after week, time and time again. I appreciate it very much. Please like, please follow, please share these, inspire other people to join in on the conversation so that we can all, for the most part, we can all have a laugh together. We can have sometimes a shed tear together, but for the most part, it is just some good times, I'm hoping. And last week's was chocolate, and I did get some chocolate comments and fudge and stuff like that. And maybe one, you know what? I'll tell it right now. Last week's episode was about chocolate sensations and the boys' birthday party. One had Ghirardelli chocolate brownies, and the other boy, a day apart, the other boy had this new ice cream cake that we tried for the first time, and it was ice cream sandwiches layered with Cool Whip and crushed Oreos and caramel drizzled in it, and then you layer it a few times. And I mean, we ate it that day and ate it, I had it another time, and I mean, a week had passed and there was one piece that was left in the freezer, and it's like, man. And so no one laid claim to it, and so I ate the last piece, and wouldn't you know it, that boy came out and asked if there was any more of his cake left, and I said, nah, it's gone. And he kind of looked around and walked away, and he came back and he was saying something else to me. He goes, did you eat the last piece? And it's like, oh man, yes I did. It was good. Both the brownies and the cake was good. Don't get all teary-eyed for that boy, because he ate most of the brownies from the other boys' birthdays. So in fact, one night he jumped up on the bed. Connie was sitting in the recliner watching one of her shows, and he was up on our bed, and I went to bed later that night, and I'm getting ready to crawl in. I go, man, you gotta move the cats and stuff, and move the cat, and I go, what is this, like dirt on the bed? Oh, he had eaten a brownie on the bed. And so that's what had taken place. I'll try and, like I said, I'm gonna post a picture after this. One thing, and I don't do it too often, but I am going to do it now, and that is, I have made disclaimers before, and so this is a disclaimer. Please don't shoot the messenger, okay? I'm just going to tell some stories, and some of you would probably shoot the messenger, and I'm just begging you, please don't shoot the messenger. What you're about to see or listen to can be disturbing to some, if not most. Others are completely on board with it. Now, before you start clicking off on this, please don't shoot the messenger. It has nothing to do. It will not hurt you, and it in the long run, who knows? You might even get a little chuckle, a little laugh out of it, because it's not like it's that bad of a disclaimer, okay? And so here's the situation. Well, first of all, let's start off with the question of the day, and then you'll understand the disclaimer. Question, or you actually heard it. If you listen to the opening, you'll notice that the disclaimer has to do with Christmas. Is it too early for Christmas anything, or are you ready now and always, meaning Christmas anytime? And so is it too early for Christmas anything, or are you one of those that it's ready for now and always to have Christmas? Now, one of the reasons I asked this question before I get into it, ready? Check the stores. Check the stores right now. And I know a lot of them have their Halloween candy out, and as well as their fall items. And so I know that's taken place. But last week, Connie and I, it might have been last week or maybe even a week and a half ago, decided, hey, you know what? Fall is officially going to be here in like 2 days, I think. Fall's going to officially be here, but we were discussing it earlier. Let's go ahead and make a fall welcome board at the church. And so we go to Hobby Lobby. Great store. I love Hobby Lobby. I've used Hobby Lobby for a long time. Go to Hobby Lobby to get the fall things for the welcome board, as well as some items for the Thanksgiving dinner. Now, I know Thanksgiving's a little bit, after Halloween. I know it's got some weeks to come, but you have to prepare. And so we always have a Thanksgiving dinner at church. Pardon me. And always have a Thanksgiving dinner at church. And so you got to get some things, and you got to get them quick. Otherwise they get all jerked up, And so we go to Hobby Lobby to get this stuff for the board and for the Thanksgiving dinner. And it was awesome, because when we go into Hobby Lobby, as you walk into the entranceway, and if you've ever been to a Hobby Lobby store, you walk, there's like usually 2 doors. You can come in these 2 side door things, and it's a walkway, and it has a ton of displays, just knock out gorgeous fall displays. In fact, it took Connie a while, because Connie loves fall and Thanksgiving. And it took her a while to go from the door into the actual entrance of the store as she's looking at these things. We walk in, and there's a nice sign everywhere. Almost every fall item is 40% off. That's a huge savings. And so, but I have to say this, the fall decorations were dwarfed. They were dwarfed by all the Christmas stuff that is beautifully being displayed at Hobby Lobby right now. And so you had this like little section of, here's all our stuff. And it was tall. It goes really high up. You'd have to have, they had ladders. You had to have help to get anything off of the top areas. But it was in this few, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 aisles. And then a huge amount of aisles for Christmas was starting. And it was dwarfing the holiday stuff, and that put a little damper on Connie for just a half a sec. She's there for Thanksgiving, she's there for fall, and wanted to get her stuff. Now, don't get me wrong, okay? I like fall stuff. I love the smells. I love the apple orchard tastes, meaning that we go to the apple orchard and you get those apple cinnamon spiced homemade donuts, and there's usually a line, and I've talked about this a couple of years maybe, or for friends for years now. We've gone all the time up to the apple orchard, and there is a line, especially on the weekend, hard to park, and you got to wait in line, and people are usually coming to line, and you can smell the stuff, and there's always cinnamon in the air and stuff like that. They make some great blueberry homemade turnovers at another store. There's all kinds of stores. Talk about the smell. There is one restaurant that has an outdoor fire pit, and they're smoking chicken and brisket and tri-tip and just all kinds of great barbecue smells that are going on. We always get a lunch there and stuff like that. And but the donuts are probably my favorite. And some of them, Boomer, he was huge on sarsaparilla, and we would get that. That was like a treat to go up to the apple orchard. And so I love those things. And but not as much as Connie, I would say. Connie is absolute fall. She's always oohing and eyeing the many choices, and she has this gleam in her eye. Man, if she was loaded with money, there would be fall stuff everywhere. And that's the joy of fall. Now, I'll say this because I told you about those Christmas decorations and the fall decorations. And I have always loved Christmas decorations. One of my favorite movies, Chevy Chase and the crew there with Christmas Vacation, just one of my favorite Christmas movies. I mean, I have many more, but I've always liked watching that one. But I like Christmas stuff at the appropriate time. That's me. I'm not doing it now. It's the appropriate time for doing Christmas stuff. What is the appropriate time, you might ask? Well, let me just share a little bit. In the Midwest, it was during the Indian summer of October, where there's that one little brief blowing in of some great summer warmth that is unexpected. That's why we called it that kind of a summer, because it was like cold, fall cold, and then boom, here's that Indian summer. And so I would jump up on the roof, I would get up on the roof with the Christmas lights and string the Christmas lights. I would not turn on the Christmas lights, but I would at least get up on the roof and do it. Now, the rest of Christmas decorations would go up the day, I would say the Friday or the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Connie was adamant about that. Nothing, no Christmas tree, nothing went up until we were done with Thanksgiving. And Connie would reluctantly say, okay, you can put the tree up. And that's when that took place on the West Coast. Now, excuse me, in the Midwest. Now, on the West Coast, we've been out here 14 years. It is way different. I can wait until the week of Thanksgiving to put my Christmas lights up on the roof because it's just gorgeous out here. And so nothing on anyone else, but, hey, this is how it is. And I can put up my Christmas lights the week of Thanksgiving. I do not turn them on yet, but then it is the usual. Connie has the Thanksgiving blowout, and then she reluctantly lets us put up the Christmas stuff on Thanksgiving weekend after the dinner and stuff. And so it's fun. I love that part of it. I do not turn anything on until after. In fact, you can look at inside our fireplace and stuff is loaded with fall stuff. And I always kid the kids and the grandkids because my favorite is there's a bobblehead Snoopy that has a little thing. So when the light, it makes it, he just continually is nodding his head with, he's holding the pumpkin, and I think on his head is the top of the pumpkin. And that would be my favorite little fall little thing that we have, and it's on the fireplace right now. So is there an appropriate time? So you might ask yourselves, why am I doing this episode then? Is it really inspired by a trip to Hobby Lobby? Are there really people who want Christmas decorations right now, lights especially, or the 24-hour music channel of Christmas music? Are there people really like that? The answer for this inspiration of this episode is no and yes. No, even though I do really like Hobby Lobby, even if they do have Christmas out early, it's yes, that there are those people that like it. My daughter Michelle is one of them, who is so ready for Christmas everything, but not for me. It is not appropriate. It's not that time of year. The real reason, though, for this week's episode is because, ready? Our church participates in, and this is the third annual called Christmas in the Neighborhood. It's December 9th this year. And so I have to begin preparing and asking the neighborhood businesses to participate. It's our parking lot, the church parking lot, but it's not, I don't consider it a church event. It just happens to be that we thought it up, but the object is to have more businesses participate, meaning they donate food, or they donate finances, or they donate comic books, or they donate instruments, or they donate special prizes and stuff like that. And what takes place is that every kid gets a stocking. There is the Christmas story in it, and then there is comic books and all these other things that go into it. It's a stocking. So we stuff the stockings with stuff that people donate in, especially the businesses. And then every stocking has a thank you to everyone that participated in it, so that not only are we giving to the neighborhood this Christmas season, but we are asking the neighborhood to then participate back by what do you call it? By patronizing those that looked out for their people in the neighborhood. And I believe that's a great thing to do. It brings us together and keeps us moving forward. Okay. And so there's going to be all kinds of things. That being said and done, that's all the behind the scenes that lead up to December 9th. It has to be done early in order to get it rolling. And so that's why I'm actually preparing banners and flyers and the things that are needed to have it ready to move right after Thanksgiving. And so if it wasn't for this episode, you wouldn't even know I was working on any of that Christmas stuff. And here's what I was going to do, the Hobby Lobby picture. And so I'm going to post it because Connie saw this picture online and asked me, hey, Brent, could we do this? And I'm like, yeah, she found it and I'm like, well, we could do this. And so it turned out really good. And so I'm going to post the picture in the comments. And so and I may even edit it into this episode for later reference so that you can actually see it. That's probably what I'm going to do. And so that's it. I want you to see it. All right. Question of the day. Is it too early for Christmas anything, or are you one of those people who are now and always ready for it? Chime in. Join in on that conversation. Post your own pictures, okay? Post your fall pictures. Let's see what you're putting around your house, and that way that's how you can share. I'm giving you the easy out, how you can share into this conversation. Unless you have Christmas stuff out, go ahead and post that one too. But we have Bible study at 5:30. This is a special one at 5:30. We are going to actually eat dinner in our Bible study at 5:30 out here on the West Coast. We have people across the nation that are joining in live via Zoom. They too are eating dinner. This is a Breaking the Bread Together Bible study. And I know on our end, we're having homemade chicken enchiladas. And I know on another area south of us, they are actually having ham and bean soup. And so for their part, and hey, if you're joining in, let me know what you're having for your dinner today at 5:30. Hey, if you can't join us for Bible study at our Zoom or in person, check out a Bible study near you or a church near you. We have our church services 10:45 every Sunday with a kids zone also. And then we have our Wednesday Bible studies. And those things are on the website. I know I messed up. We had it on the website. I forgot to push the sound button on, and so there was no sound. But if you can join us, or always check out a church near you, be with some friends, laugh together, eat together, meet some new friends. You even may be treated to some great fall delicacies. All right. I hope you have a great Wednesday, and most of all, give someone a hello again, a hug, or a hello again handshake, or a hello again whatever. And I always look forward to seeing you next Wednesday on, let me get the old outro ready. Let me see. No, I did not have it. Okay. And I got to get the outro. I look forward to seeing you guys next Wednesday on Hello Again Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Thanks for watching or listening to this week's his special guest. Answer along with question of the day. Listen to life stories. Follow him on Spotify or your favorite podcast platform, on Facebook, or his YouTube channel, Brent Miller What's on His Mind. Please join him next Wednesday for another episode.